Hello everyone, I'm Meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. Now we've got news out of Craven County where a man is now facing charges after police say that he broke into a home just outside of Sunset Drive. Now around 4 a.m. on Thursday, deputies say they got a call about a breaking and entering at a Sunset Drive home just outside of Havelock. Once there, deputies say they discovered the homeowner had been assaulted and the suspect had left the scene. The homeowner was treated by EMS at the scene. A suspicious person matching the suspect's description was found later that day by deputies. The sheriff's office says Corey Elder admitted to breaking into the home. He and the homeowner do not know each other, according to deputies. Now, the 27-year-old Havelock man has been charged with felony breaking and entering, assault inflicting serious injuries, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was also served several outstanding failures to appear for larceny and drug paraphernalia possession, according to the sheriff's office. Now, we also again want to turn our attention to the ongoing war in Iran. NBC's Richard Engel has more from Tel Aviv.
The Pentagon released new video, including a fighter jet targeting an Iranian drone-carrying ship, as the U.S. and Israeli militaries say they're targeting Iran's missiles, security forces, and senior leaders 24/7. A video analysis by the New York Times suggests the U.S. was most likely also responsible for hitting an elementary school earlier this week, located near a Revolutionary Guard compound. Iranian officials say more than 165 people were killed. The Pentagon says it's investigating. While Iran keeps firing at Israel and the Gulf, U.S. Central Command says Iran's rate of fire is going down dramatically.
Ballistic missile attacks have decreased by 90% since day one.
The White House's messaging is more theatrical, releasing an unusual Hollywood-style war promotion trailer with combat footage intercut with action movie clips.
Flawless victory.
The dumb, politically correct wars of the past were the opposite of what we're doing here.
The Israeli military says it's now entering a new, more intense phase of this war. The country's top commander, General Eyal Zamir, who led the controversial Gaza war, said, "We have additional surprises." President Trump says the U.S. war against Iran will continue until its government is fundamentally changed, telling NBC News he has ideas for who the next leader should be. Iran's foreign minister telling NBC's Tom Yamas that's none of America's business, and that if the U.S. does invade with ground forces, Iran is ready.
President Trump has not ruled out boots on the ground in Iran. Are you afraid of a U.S. invasion in your country?
No, we are waiting for them.
You are waiting for the U.S. military to invade the ground troops?
Yes, because we are confident that we can confront them, and that would be a big disaster for them.
And again, that was Richard Engel reporting. We now want to turn to some good news for you, and this is some good news. At least good news for one person or one family, as we have got another winner, the last winner of a top Fry's scratch-off ticket. Now, the North Carolina Education Lottery has announced that Dalbro Gibbs Sr. has won the last $200,000 top prize from the Jurassic Park-themed lottery game. According to the lottery, Gibbs bought his winning ticket from Handy Hugo's on US 17 South in Elizabeth City. Now, Gibbs took home $144,021 after required taxes. Talk about some great news on a Friday. Congratulations goes out to Mr. Gibbs, and of course everybody who may get a little bit of a bigger Christmas present this year because of the win. Now, let's talk about your weather forecast. We've got beautiful sunny skies across the east right now. Air temperatures responding positively to that sunshine. Air temps right now along the coast in the upper 60s. Normal this time of year along the coast is about 10 degrees cooler. Upper 50s to low 60s. So the sunshine plus the southwesterly wind combo is certainly having an effect. We had some marine fog earlier today that has since burned off. Do want to at least mention that for those of you who may have woken up early to gray skies. Over Carteret County and even portions of Onslow County, that gray has since lifted. As far as your pirate cam goes, 77 degrees right now in Greenville, southwesterly wind at 11 miles an hour, bringing up that humidity. Dew points right now reading in the low to mid 60s, 63-degree dew point right now in Greenville. And that's making 77 degrees feel more like 79. I know it's not much of a heat index, but the fact that here we are early March talking about a heat index, it's unusual. It's not our norm. So as we head through the next several days, again, appreciate the warmer weather if you are in fact a warm weather fan. If you're not, I do apologize, but try and remember back to when we had snow and just frigid conditions for about a full week on end. Hopefully that can get you back into a nice, healthy mental space. Now, air temperatures for the rest of today will continue to warm up, likely getting into the low 80s later on this afternoon. I think hottest hour of the day is going to be between 2 to 3 p.m. Southwesterly winds right now blowing in at about 6 to 12 miles per hour. We'll hold at that level until we get past sunset, but even then, we're not going to be seeing too much of a decrease in wind speeds. Most likely dropping down to around a 4 to 8 mile per hour breeze overnight tonight. But that is going to be strong enough to keep some of that heat present for tomorrow, as we will likely return to the low 80s for your Saturday and even your Sunday. But colder air, it's going to try to make its way into the east over the weekend. It will be unsuccessful in doing so. And here is a big reason why. Those fronts you're seeing, again, slowly getting closer to eastern North Carolina, but none of them are actually going to fully cross eastern North Carolina, at least not enough to get a big push of colder, drier air into the region. We're going to get kind of a glancing blow, and that means that rain chances are going to be just that, rain chances. We're not looking again at the sort of certainty that would come with a full frontal passage, or we aren't seeing the severe storms that would come with that full frontal passage. So good news there. We're going to be maintaining air temperatures right around the 80-degree mark over the next several days. Overnight lows down in the low 60s. And then as we head into next week, again, maintaining low 80s, getting to the mid 80s by Wednesday, and then we get a strong cold front into the east Thursday into Friday, and that one will be crossing over eastern North Carolina in full. Now, of course, timing still has yet to be determined on that front, and timing will play a big role in deciding whether or not we will see severe storms out of that system. Right now, it is a possibility, one we're going to continue to keep our eyes on. But notice your temperature drop, going from 84 degrees on Wednesday, 72 on Thursday, so 12 degrees there, and then an additional, looks like about 5 degrees from Thursday into Friday. So we are going to be losing quite a bit of heat over that 48-hour period, and that usually comes, again, with a big, strong cold front pushing into eastern North Carolina and giving us the lift needed to create some strong to severe thunderstorms. So that's something we're going to be watching for the tail end of next week. Right now, still way too early to determine whether or not we will see severe storms, but I do at least want to first alert you to the fact that they are going to be a possibility on Thursday. I do want to say hello to Sue Ann and hello Ryan's friends. Give them a thumbs up there. Hopefully, again, Ryan's friends are having a great time watching. But that's all we have time for today's noon news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up at the top of the hour. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your Friday.